I hope February was good for everyone. I was sick, and I'm doing this as a committed monthly thing, which is a lie because I haven't done the rest of the 10 months yet, but this is still proof that I am beating backlog. So, my backlog. To the real meat and bones of this video, I have faced one problem with my backlog, and that is called a good Steam sale. And I may have gotten more games in the month of February. Only four. Only four. Four being AI The Somnium Files, Slay the Princess, Paragnasia, We Were Here Together. Honestly, I do have interest in all of these games, but I am most interested in Slay the Princess because of just the branching stories, the different variations that you can find, but it'll also be a part of my backlog that will also be take a huge chunk. I haven't looked up how long it takes to beat the game, but there is 131 achievements. And I'm assuming that a lot of those are attached to different ends. So that's going to take out a lot of time if I were to play it. I also got Super Monkey Ball. Got to write that down. But I got it like a couple days ago. It's for my girlfriend. She likes monkeys. I put them in a ball for her. She likes it so far. And now for the actual games that I have played in February. A lot of them are shared with the ones in January, notably Ace Attorney, Slay the Spire, Binding of Isaac, Power Washing Simulator, and a small other couple handful. But I mentioned those because I have made significant progress, to myself, through my own opinion, through the games. For Ace Attorney, I completed the second game out of the entire trilogy, and now I have my thoughts and opinions on that, which are pretty varied. For Slay the Spire, I beat my first run the Ironclad. I think that's his character. I think that's the character name. It's just the first guy that you play with, but it's really fun. I don't know the name, but I love the gameplay. And I recently beat it with the Binding of Isaac. This is where I would put that asterisk on significant because I got an achievement where I beat 5 daily runs in a row. And it's like not day after day after day, but just 5 daily runs in total, not losing in between it. And it's a big moment for me because I'm not the best at the game. I have fun. I have fun playing it. Doesn't mean I'm great at them. So this achievement took me a good amount of tries. And you know how long 5 days is to get one achievement? Oh my god, it might be as bad as like fishing for 200 fish in a game. That's a daily thing as well. Well, in game, so not as bad. But 200. And Power Washing Simulator. I beat the main campaign. And now I'm currently working on the DLC because there is a lot of DLC like Alice in Wonderland, Shrek, Wallace and Gromit, and Midgard from Final Fantasy. But it does garner more attention to Power Wash Simulator 2 for me specifically because the DLC in that game is Adventure Time, and I love that show. And it is making me consider getting it, and it is a much more of a leisurely game, like an unwind game, so it's all gonna be Steam Deck. But there are a handful of new games that I've played, which is great because it starts chipping away at that backlog, but it also kind of highlights an issue with completing it. So those new games that I'm going to mention are
One, two, three. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. We don't want zombies on our lawn. I know your type, tall, dark, and dead. You wanna bite all the petals off of my head, and then eat the brains of the one who planted me here. I'm just a sunflower, but see me power an entire infantry. You like the taste of brains, we don't like zombies.
I used to play football. Protons protect my head. I have a screen door shield. We are the Undead.
To get the real outliers out of the way, Garden Warfare 2 and Rainbow Six Siege, both of which are shooter games which I don't typically like, but these two games are just way too fun to play casually, and they do have online based achievements, which for Garden Warfare, impossible to get without having a mod. Rainbow Six Siege, you have to spend thousands of hours, so I've chalked those up to I will leisurely play and have fun with it however I can. Terraria and Risk of Rain 2, these are the games that I've been playing with friends when I have free time, and it's really fun. But I do want to be able to chip away at least achievements for Terraria, and that's where that 200 fishing quests thing comes in, and it's really painful because I'm about halfway through, and they just updated the game for the bigger and bolder update, so there's a lot more new things to explore, which is really fun. I haven't played the game since like 2021 when they added the Empress of Light, and that boss kicked my ass, and I haven't beaten it yet. And there's so many new items. I'm a summoner class, so I love using my little minions, even if I'm not contributing the most of the fights because of how far all the enemies are from my whip. But they added new things and it's so much fun. I'm just hoping they added more post Moon Lord content. My friends want to play Calamity, and all I'm thinking about is how am I gonna get those 100 fishing quests done in time? Risk of Rain, the achievements are attached to beating the game with certain characters, so I'm playing that game casually and for fun because I like my little robot dude that shoots snails. Lastly, the highlights I wanted to mention were Crash Bandicoot and Battle Block Theater. These are the games that I just randomly picked up throughout the month and highlights the issue that I'm having with chipping away at my backlog, which is I'm trying to play too many games at once. And I want to be able to focus on games like Another Crab's Treasure and beat the base game to get to New Game Plus. And I already have a lot of other games that I can tackle, but I'm still picking up new ones like Battle Block Theater and Crash Bandicoot, which are still really fun. But it takes away the focus of what I want to do, which is to clear my backlog. And in this way, I'm still having fun. I just don't need to add too much onto it. So, what's my solution? Just lessen the scope of the games I play less, focus on the dishes I already started on. And of course, that brings us to March. And before I get into the plans of March, I just want to celebrate the games I were able to 100% and complete in February. That two games being Carry On, Perfect Vermin. Let's celebrate.
You're dead, so it doesn't matter. Instead, we'll use the solar power to make a lawn defense at any hour.
I like a tricycle. Dirt butter on my head. I'm gonna eat your brain. We are the Undead.
There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. We don't want zombies on our lawn.
And so, my plans for March. There are actually 5 games that I want to play and try to complete off my backlog with the amount of time that I have for myself in leisurely for gaming. And those games being Curse Cracker, For Whom the Bell Toils, Minute of Islands, Nidhogg 2, Submerged Hidden Depths, and Tinykin. Why? Because they look amazing and fun and looks great for running on a Steam Deck so I could play it outside of my room. The game I'm most excited to play for in this selection would definitely be Curse Crackers because I've been eyeing it for a while because I do love a good pixel art platformer that feels like it would work super well on the Game Boy Advance. That is what I have planned though, just those 5 games and playing Another Crab's Treasure until I get to New Plus. And casually playing games like Power Wash Simulator and Slay the Spire because I'm really enjoying that one. And of course, other games that I probably won't track or mention in this video. I do have other games I've played like these, But really, what I think will be the hardest part is just finding time to play these games. And it's going to take hours, like endless amount of hours to tackle the amount of games within my own library. So I am going to try as much as I can to play well, play hard, and have fun. I mean, if it's not fun, then there's no point in doing it, which is why I wouldn't have done this video. But I hope you also tackle your backlog because it would be nice to clear out what you have, especially if it's been sitting in there for years. Carry On was for me. So I hope maybe this resonates with you. There's real struggles in finding time for yourself, and in my spare time for my me time, what I really want to do is play these games, enjoy them to the most that I can. Let me know if you're also trying to clear your backlog. I considered a game cleared when I get 100% of the achievements, and that is the threshold for me, but it is different for everyone else because maybe they just want to play until they stop having fun with it. And if you like, maybe I would play these games on stream very rarely, or discuss these games with me or your backlog struggles in my Discord. But if not, I hope to see you next month. Great March.